as the king of a-holes, I know who is in fact an a-hole. So I want to pull up Reddit, am I the a-hole? And I shall deem who is the a-hole in each situation, because I am more qualified than anyone I know and knowing who is an a-hole, because I am a prime example of an a-hole. All right. Am I the a-hole for not bringing my niece shopping after she was extremely rude / mean to me, even if she apologized? I do not have kids. I also have not really had a lot of experience dealing with kids before my niece. I don't have younger siblings or cousins. I never babysat, etc. I'm explaining this because this is my blind spot and why I'm posting. About a month ago, my niece, Gabby, and I were at the park. I like to spend time with her and usually take her out to do things, just the two of us, every couple of weeks. While we were at the park, I was talking about an event I'm going to attend with my boyfriend of a few years. She asked to see my dress, so I showed her a pic of me in it. She made a yucky face and said, "That's so ugly. You look really fat." Isn't my boyfriend going to think it's bad? Okay, first thing I want to say here is, how old is this Gabby? If she's a kid, like, kids say things. Okay, I was so hurt she's only 13. A 13-year-old, you're going to get offended by a 13-year-old saying that you look fat and ugly? Are you fat? Because if you're fat, then of course you look fat. Ugly is subjective, sure. But I just don't see how you can let a 13-year-old upset you. But okay, let's keep reading. Maybe, I don't know, maybe she starts goose stepping or something. Let's find out. I was so hurt she was only 13. I'm not even a big girl in any sense. I have fat on my body, but I'm definitely not fat. Okay. People who say I have fat on my body and I'm definitely not fat are 100% fat. Just saying. I have the fat pass. I can say these things, by the way. My sister was surprised and said she would talk to her. A few days later, she had Gabby come over to apologize from my point of view. It was not sincere. You are expecting a sincere apology from a 13-year-old? Who's the adult in this situation? She was rolling her eyes and looked angry and just got out the words. I told her thank you for apologizing and told them to leave. I have not gone out my way to spend time with her since. I told Gabby that I would take her shopping for the summer and we go out and do fun stuff together. I look forward to doing things like this with her, not really anymore. You are going to let your relationship with your niece sour because she called you fat and ugly. You are, I don't know how old you are, but you are letting a 13-year-old mock and bully you. People today are too sensitive. I like doing things with her, but not really anymore. When we were at my mom's house for Mother's Day, Gabby asked me when we would go. After her stunt, I've changed my mind. I said that she probably has plenty of summer clothes to wear. She was upset and said, but I said I was sorry over and over. I told her, is this the first insult this person has ever received? Really holding on to it. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, I know everyone has a different tolerance level of things that like hurt their feelings, but you're going to let a 13-year-old bully you? After her stunt, I changed my mind. I said that she probably has plenty of summer clothes to wear. She was upset, but said I was sorry and over. I told her that I know she said she was sorry, but just because someone says they're sorry to you doesn't mean that your actions are forgiven. That you have to prove to the other person you won't do it again, and she hasn't. My mom and sister say I'm expecting adult behavior from a child. True. And that it was ridiculous to cancel the shopping date. I'm apparently beefing with the child at my big age. They said that she apologized and hasn't said anything else rude to me since. Now there's some contradiction here. They said that she apologized and hasn't done anything since. They asked how long I'm going to hold it against her. Right here, she said, actions are meant to be forgiven, that you have to prove the other person you won't do it again, and she hasn't. So has she not done it again? Or has she? Because they said right here she hasn't done anything rude since. Right here she says that she hasn't improved. I really don't know how to take this. I trust their judgment most of the time, but this was just an outright mean thing from her. I am worried that as she grows up, this behavior will continue and she'll turn out to be a bully. Am I the a-hole? 100% you are the a-hole person, OP, that is writing this. Why are you letting a 13-year-old dictate your emotions? Never give anyone else control over your emotions. No one should have control over your emotions. The moment you give someone else the control of your emotions, you're already at a disadvantage. All she had to do was say, when she made the yucky face and said, "Oh, that's so fat," just say, "Hey, that's rude. You shouldn't talk to people like that. Congratulations, you taught a child something." Because children are going to say whatever they want to say. This is probably the most saddest and pathetic thing I've ever heard, where an adult is being bullied by a child. All she had to do was say, "Hey, you know what? You hurt my feelings. I didn't like that. And I'll take you shopping next summer if I see your behavior improve." If she really wanted to go that route. Personally, for me, if my niece, nephew, if I had one, said, "Hey, you're fat and ugly," I'd be like, "Yeah, so are you." Because I wouldn't take it serious. I would just joke around. But what do I know? I do know. I'm an a-hole. So I deem the OP in this one an a-hole. Now let's see what the comments say, because I have a feeling the comments are going to disagree with me. But let's find out. We'll just read a couple of them. Okay, we don't care about that. Not the a-hole. I think the 13-year-old is old enough to understand from right and wrong. This would be a good life lesson for your niece. What life lesson? All the niece is going to learn is, oh, my aunt is a Karen, because she gets upset over the smallest things. She can learn that her words and actions have consequences. All right. Exactly. I said I was sorry is what every bully says. If she said she was sorry, that's fine. If she does it again, why are you letting a 13-year-old offend you? Your mother can take her shopping. 13 is old enough to know better. Whatever. Why did I know these people were going to instantly be as offended by a 13-year-old? Not the 13-year-old is old enough to know to F around, find out, and the consequences have actions. I feel like I'm losing my mind. This just goes to show and prove that not only am I right, but I'm always right. And who is the a-hole in the situation. Also, let me put on some WoW background music. Back, we'll go to the next one. Am I the a-hole for not disclosing that I am not Christian? All right, let's do this one now. To preface this, I do commission artwork and don't discriminate against any subject unless it's racist, homophobic, otherwise hateful, or sexually disturbing. I did a commission art piece with Christian iconography. A beautiful ornate cross, a saint, and scripture. This is still a little too loud, huh? Lower it one more. I was honest and just said, oh, wait, here we go. In scripture in calligraphy. The client was happy with my work, paid me, and then asked what my favorite scripture was. I was honest and just said, oh, I don't really have one because I'm not Christian and wouldn't really know which ones I'd like. Fine. He became upset with me and told me that he felt lied to because I have posted artwork of Christian subjects before, and he assumed I would be Christian. He said the artwork doesn't hold the same spiritual value because it wasn't made with faithful intention. I was kind of unsure of what to say. I said, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I do. Can I just say that I'm sorry you feel that way is the most backhanded, stupidest saying. It's a stupid saying. This is a cry bully statement, and I just hate it. It's a disingenuous statement. But I do artwork for everyone, and I'm open to do Christian artwork because it's for the client, not me. Should I be disclosing if I don't share a certain faith with commission to do artwork? Am I the a-hole? This person, I'm sorry you feel that way about that saying. All right, good one. I'll give you that one. That was a good one. This person, no, they actually aren't the a-hole. That's like going to a hamburger place and the person that is serving your hamburger is a vegan, and then you go, "What? You're a vegan? How dare you serve me a burger?" Like, who cares? If you got what you paid for, that's good enough. You don't need someone to also be what you are in order to buy from them. This is stupid. This person, honestly, this post wasn't even worth posting. Of course you're not the a-hole. Am I the a-hole by being accidentally racist? Not exactly the most sober at the moment, so I'm wondering if I'm being overly dramatic. I, male, 33, was at work, happy hour, and was talking to a coworker, male 50s, Latino, who had just relayed an anecdote about finding fantastic Mexican food in Montana and being shocked at how good it was considering the location. I'm from Montana and replied to him, "Oh yeah, Montana has a lot of migrant workers, and the Mexican food kind of comes with that," and didn't think much of it. Now I'm wondering if that's accidentally racist because I said migrant workers, implying that they are going to be Mexican and my co-worker is Latino. Okay, am I the a-hole? No, you are not the a-hole, you're just stupid. Simple. Also, can we just take a moment to talk about racism? Crack Skulls 2025. When did just making an offhanded comment about something, like I said, yes, this person was stupid, but migrant workers, Montana has a lot of migrant workers, so Mexican food kind of comes with that. Where does that imply that this person thinks that their race is superior? The definition of racism is you think your race is superior to another race. If anything, you could argue that this is stereotypical, but it's not racist. Can we stop watering down terms and words? Am I the a-hole? My husband will invite his family and friends over without telling me until that day. He then expects me to clean, run to the store, prep, cook. I finally just decided to leave the house the last time he told me because I only had 4 hours till their arrival. He canceled. All right. The thing is, his family is constantly judging and talking about each other. So when he says it doesn't matter, they don't care, I know and he knows he's full of it. And are just not tidying the house. We are not regularly stocked in food or drinks to have people over. When I got home, I asked what he was planning on having for dinner, and he responded, "I don't know, I guess it's good that they aren't coming over anymore." Now he is sulking, saying I'm the problem, I can't go with the flow, I've told him multiple times, I just need a couple days notice to get things in order, but he insists I'm just difficult, uptight, and uncooperative. Alright, I will say for this is your husband. You kind of knew that he was probably close to his family and friends before you married him, but he still should tell his wife, "Hey, I want my family and friends to come over, da 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 da." He definitely should give her advance notice. Also, he shouldn't expect her to clean and do everything. He should be helping. Because believe it or not, a relationship is 50-50. I know, shock, surprise. I'm giving some hot takes right now. I would personally be annoyed if someone just sprung on me, "Hey, all these people are coming over and you got to do everything." I'd be pissed. So I will say, no, this person isn't the a-hole. But if it's your husband, I feel like this just didn't happen overnight, right? This is probably something she knew going into it. Although he is the a-hole, I think they just need to talk it out and be like, "Hey, if you want to do this, you need to be in charge of either helping me or getting the things that you want for your family and friends when they come over. That is your responsibility. You're the one that's inviting them over. Just need more communication." Exactly. Because if someone were to come to me and be like, "Well, why don't we have potato chips? My friends are coming over. You know I like potato chips." I would say, then go get them. It is not my responsibility to supply potato chips. If you want to invite your friends over and have potato chips, go get them. So, no, you are not the a-hole, but you do need some more communication in your relationship. Am I the a-hole for only taking care of my full little sister? What the hell is a full sister? I'm assuming half sister is the other one, but who the hell calls him full sister? Anyway, I, 30 male, have a younger sister, 16 female, Laura. I've basically raised this girl like my daughter. I love her like she's my own child. Our mom died when Laura was a year old. I was 15. Our father was a wealthy man with a revolving door of younger women, who my sister grew up resenting. Whatever our father was, he loved us both very much. He was a workaholic, which left me caring for my sister most of the time. Even though she had a nanny, she had extreme separation anxiety. When I started college, our father bought an apartment so I didn't have to stay in a dorm. It turned into me raising my sister throughout college and business school. She stayed at my apartment with her nanny during school hours, and I took care of her when I came home. I never missed a single competition or spelling bee, even though school, which I don't regret. That's what I mean when I say I raised her. About 3 years ago, our father started dating a much younger woman, 25. She got pregnant and gave birth to a daughter. I was never involved with the kid. One time I took my sister to visit because our father requested it. It ended up with her being an emotionally distraught mess for a week. She felt like she was being replaced. She was 16, and they said she had separation anxiety. But what kind of 16-year-old gets mogged by an infant? Anytime I brought the kid up, she would cry, so I refused to see the kid again. Our father died unexpectedly 6 months ago. He never married the woman, and she didn't give a penny in the will. She didn't get a penny in the will. The kid got a small lump sum, but nothing like the trust my sister and I received. I just don't think he cared for the kid very much, but then the woman wanted it. I used to joke to my sister that the girl was just a compromised kid. One, that's messed up. What did the kid do? You don't got to put down the kid. The kid has nothing to do with your father going around and popping out kids. Lately, the woman has started badgering me. She says she can't raise the child on her own, and it's unfair that I'm protective of my sister but won't do the same for my other sibling. I corrected her and said I have no relation or obligation to her child. Her child being around hurts my sister, and she is my priority. She got angry and said I can't spoil one sister and neglect the other. She said her child doesn't have a father now and needs male presence. I need her to contact my lawyer. I told her to contact my lawyer. She somehow got my sister's number and sent her text calling her cruel for keeping me away. I had to be up all night consoling my sister, telling her I wouldn't see this girl and she had nothing to worry about. I called the woman again and threatened legal action. She keeps harassing my sister. Now she's calling my aunts and uncles, saying I'm vindictive and cruel. All right. This one is a bit more nuanced, but I will rain judgment down as the king of a-holes to say that this guy is in fact the a-hole. Now you may be saying, why? He didn't sound like he did anything wrong. The reason he's the a-hole is because he's putting down a child to make his little sister feel better. Now, I don't know the little sister situation, but come on, toughen up. Just because there's a new kid in the family that is your half-sibling, how are you going to be crying and thinking you're replaced? Why be emotional? I know, I get it, 16, still kind of young. I don't understand that way of thinking. It's just a child. This 16-year-old doesn't want it in her life. I don't understand why she feels quote-unquote threatened. As for the guy, all he has to do is say, yes, that's my half-sister, but I don't know you. You're her parent, not me. Please don't contact me. And if she wants to go crazy and start contacting all these people, all you do is just block her and walk away. I don't understand why he has to put down the other child just to prove to his sister that don't worry, I'm here for you. Just be there for your sister. Tell her you love her. Tell her that no one's going to replace her. And the sister needs to grow up. I know, 16-year-old, but 16-year-olds aren't that young. 16-year-olds can get a driver's license and just move on. You guys have each other. Why you're threatened by a baby, I don't understand. But just be there for one another and move on. And tell the mother of the other kid, you are not the parent. You are not its legal guardian. She is. That is her responsibility. Stop picking on the baby. Am I the a-hole for making my sister's gender reveal cake gray because she wouldn't tell me the gender? I, 23 male, bake as a hobby, and I'm actually pretty good at it. Like, I get paid under the table for weddings and baby showers kind of thing. Okay. My sister is pregnant and wanted me to make a cake for her gender reveal. Cool, no problem. I asked her to send the info so I could prep the inside classic pink or blue filling. She says, oh no, I want to be surprised too. Just make it neutral for the reveal and we'll find out together. I was like, huh? So you want a gender reveal cake with no gender revealed? She says she'll have someone email the info later. That someone never did. Deadline comes and I still have no gender. So I make the cake. It's gray inside, gray outside, just full on cement vibes. Okay, first things first, if the person never got back to you, why didn't you contact your sister and be like, hey, what's going on? This person hasn't contacted me. You want this cake? How am I going to make it? The person that's supposed to contact me hasn't done so. Can you talk to them? What's going on? I'm not going to be able to make this cake. Or I'm just going to make a generic cake for you because no one's giving me the information. Are you okay with that? Why can no one talk? Why can no one communicate? I even added little fondant clouds for effect. It still tasted great, but visually grim as hell. Also, why did you make it gray? You could have made it anything. Just make a marble cake, a white cake, any cake. Why'd you have to make it gray? The reveal day comes, they cut into it, and my sister looks pissed. Her husband's confused. People start murmuring, and then she pulls me aside like, why'd you make it gray? That's so passive aggressive. Why did you ask the brother to make the cake or follow through with who was supposed to contact him? And why didn't this person follow through with who was supposed to contact him? Calmly reminded her that no one told me the gender. I literally had no data to work with. I told her I was about to guess or go full improv on someone's baby cake. Okay. I will say before I finish this guy's the a-hole because I feel like he passive-aggressively made it gray. He didn't have to make it gray. He could have just made a generic cake, made it a white cake, a chocolate cake, pick your color. But he specifically made it gray to spite his sister because no one gave him the information. You didn't need to go full improv. All you had to do was just make a generic cake if you weren't going to contact her and find out the information. Now my mom says I embarrassed her in front of the family. I should have tried harder. Tried harder to do what? Summon the gender through vibes? No, just make a white cake and say, I'm sorry, no one told me the gender, no one followed up with me. It's not that hard. So am I the a-hole for making the most neutral reveal cake in history? And then they have a follow-up. Edit. I did actually follow up, ask her a couple of days before the reveal if the info had been sent, and she just said something like, yeah, someone's taking care of it. I figured it was handled. I didn't want to pester her since she seemed chill. Nope, you're still the a-hole. If she didn't follow through, you then message her the next day and go, hey, I'm still not getting anything. The event is in a couple days. What do you want me to do? The next day, hey, I still don't know. I'm going to make you a generic cake. Is that okay? Next day, well, the event is today. I made a generic cake. Do you still want it? That simple. So yes, this person is the a-hole. Matter of fact, they're both a-holes. Who wants a damn gender reveal cake anyway? Get over yourself. Just have the baby. Everyone's an a-hole. Am I the a-hole for losing weight for my friend's wedding, although I'm already the skinny friend? I, female 28, recently lost a fair bit of weight. Good for you. Congratulations. And now my friend, female 30, is saying I'm trying to upstage her at the wedding. My best friend Emily got engaged at the end of last year and asked me to be a bridesmaid. I was super happy and of course said yes. In the past 3 years, I've put on some weight. About 2 dress sizes. It didn't really bother me until recently, so I decided to use the wedding as an excuse to lose some weight. There's only one O in lose. Why do people do this? Pet peeve, sorry, moving on. I just find it easier to do if I have a goal and end date. This past weekend, we were bridesmaids dress shopping, and Emily was acting kind of weird towards me, giving me funny looks and talking over me. Oh, good old passive-aggressive women. By the way, no one hates women more than women, as a side tangent, not to go full incel. The 2 other bridesmaids, one I'm friends with, the other I don't know very well, didn't seem to notice, so I brushed it off thinking she was just stressed. Me and Emily live really close to each other, so usually after something like this, we would hang out for the day at one of our houses. At the end of the appointment, I asked her whose house she wanted me to go to, and she scoffed and told me she was going home. I asked what was wrong, and this is when she went off on me. I don't remember word for word what she said because I was confused and shocked, but there are bits I remember. She basically said it was clear I was trying to lose weight to upstage her for her wedding, that I was already the skinny friend, and now I'm just trying to make it all about me, especially as I never cleared my weight loss with her. What? Alright, I'll just continue, but who the hell is this lady that thinks that people have to okay her weight loss with her? It's like, oh, I'm gonna lose weight. Are you fine with that? She said I clearly knew what I was doing was wrong because I was still wearing oversized clothes to disguise my weight loss. I wear oversized clothes just because it's comfortable. I just haven't updated my wardrobe and prefer to be comfortable over wearing tight stuff. Yeah, exactly. I don't consider myself skinny, but I'm the smallest out of the 4 of us. I also don't think about how changing my appearance would affect her vision of her wedding. I've never been a bridesmaid before, so I don't know if that was something I should have considered. So I don't think I'm the a-hole for losing weight, unless I am. Am I the a-hole, I guess, for not telling her I was going to lose weight? Guys, I know it's lose. I'm sorry for my dyslexia. Okay, at least they acknowledged it, so... I would go and edit all of them, but one I've told there's too many and I'm too lazy for that. And I can also respect the laziness, so okay. First things I will say... Wait, let me put on my incel hat. Alright, incel hat currently on. No one hates women more than women. Some women are just crabs in the bucket, and they see one person trying to better themselves as the chance to pull the rest down. You can't better yourself because it'll make me look bad. This is, I feel, something that doesn't happen with guys. Most guys are just there for each other and just be like, hey, you want to go and lose weight? Go for it, man. Be the best you can be. But women have like this weird social grouping. And again, not all women, but my incel hat is on, so I'm allowed to say it. And I never understood it. This person is indeed not the a-hole. It is her friend that is the a-hole in the situation, because everyone should try to be as healthy as they can be. Being healthy is not a fashion statement. Being healthy is just how everyone should strive to be, because being overweight is bad. I know, shock and surprise. Being overweight causes a lot of health issues. It is in everyone's best interest to try to be as healthy and as close as to the standard weight that you're supposed to be for your height. That is in the best case scenario for everyone. Now, let's read the update. First off, thanks for all the support, as well as all the spelling lessons. They've cheered me up a lot. Not sure if anyone wanted an update, but you're getting one anyway. I called my friend as I'm currently away for work so we could meet face to face. Spoiler, it didn't go well. Started by telling her it was not my intent to make her feel any kind of way. You don't even have to explain yourself. If you want to lose weight, lose weight. You shouldn't have to explain, oh, I'm sorry, I made you feel upset because I want to be healthier. Stupid. I had already been on my weight loss journey before she got engaged. There you go. I asked her if she really thought that I would be vindictive enough to try to upstage her wedding. Apparently this was the wrong thing to say. She started ranting about how I think I'm better than her. Just get rid of her. You don't need a person like this in your life because they're just trying to drag you down to be as miserable as they are. Whenever we go out, no one ever looks at her, only at me. Exactly. Here we go. It's just a mad fat girl that's mad because she's fat. Here's where it gets bonker banana. She told me that her ex-boyfriend, who recently got married, is going to be at the wedding, and for a while he was thinking of leaving his at the time fiance to ask me out, but my friend convinced him not to. I had no idea of this and went on and would have been appalled because, one, that's just weird, and two, he's my best friend's ex and I'm pretty sure she's still in love with him. I have been uninvited from the wedding unless I put the weight back on. I'm sorry. Did this girl say her name? I don't know. I'm sorry, but you gotta be at least this fat to attend this wedding. No thin people. You gotta be at 300 pounds or more. This is a plus size wedding. Or, as I like to call it, a golden corral. Then I can come back as not as a bridesmaid, but not as a bridesmaid. Safe to say, I now have new motivation to keep the weight off and shall not be attending any weddings in the near future. It's fine, because even if she went to the wedding, there wouldn't be enough cake after 5 minutes. So, if anything, probably a win-win situation just to sit out of it. Is that too many fat jokes? It's fine. I have a fat pass. I can say these things. If anyone's offended, I have a fat pass. She's always had a temper and has flipped out at me over random stuff before, but nothing ever this insane. I guess I'm going to have to get better at identifying red flags. Yeah, this is just, again, jealous friend who wants to drag everyone down with her. Am I the a-hole for not stopping my teenage son's girlfriend from kissing him? My 50, son 17, or I'm assuming he meant me 50, son 17, recently got into a car accident with a drunk driver. I'm very thankful that he is alive, obviously, but his car is totaled. Well, it's a good thing he survived, you know. Drunk drivers should be given the harshest penalty possible if caught. I want 25 to life, even if they didn't hurt anyone. If you are driving under the influence and you are caught and you are well above the legal limit, 25 to life. Because not only are you harming yourself, you're potentially harming everyone around you. And I guarantee you, if you crack down and give someone 25 to life for being under the DUI, and exactly, with Uber and Lyft these days, there's no excuse. Exactly. And as soon as someone gets hit with a 25 to life for being over the legal limit, I guarantee you people will stop drunk driving. The drunk driver was driving a pickup, and my son drives a small old convertible, most likely the reason for the amount of damage, and he is fairly injured. Multiple breaks, lots of stitches, and it is currently recovering. This all occurred last week on Saturday, the night of the accident. My family, my wife's 45 and my daughter's 14, got there, and I want to say an hour before his girlfriend. When she came in, she ran to him in the hospital bed and started hugging and kissing him, mainly on the lips, but other places on his face too. She stayed for most of the night checking up on him and being supportive, and I was happy that my son and his girlfriend had such a good relationship. As we were driving home that night, my wife said she was upset I didn't say anything to my son's girlfriend. I asked why. I would have, as she was being a good partner. My wife said that it felt weird seeing that, especially in front of his family. I said that he was going off to college regardless and that she was being a really nice partner, and that night showed us how much she cared for him. She rushed off to work to get there and was still wearing her work clothes as she got there. My wife started getting angry and said that she thought it was gross and that I should have just asked her to leave sometime. I told her that I'm not telling my hospitalized son that I'm taking away something that clearly makes him happy. She told me it was gross and that I needed to put a stop to it. I told her she was worrying about the wrong thing and that anything that brought our son comfort was good. My brother had taken my daughter home before this. She didn't hear us arguing. She told me I needed to step up and do my job, and I've kept thinking about it, and I started to keep thinking about it and thinking, am I in the wrong? All right, this dad is 100% not the a-hole. The wife in this situation is an Omega Karen. For me, personally, I wouldn't want to make out with a significant other in front of family because I just think that's weird. I'm not a public display of affection kind of guy. But the guy was in a serious accident. His girlfriend's worried about him. She went over there and gave him a couple kisses. I don't know, was she full on freaking shoving her tongue down his throat? If so, sure, that's inappropriate. If it was just a couple of pecks on the lip, I don't see the big deal. And she says that it was gross and needed to put a stop to it, needed to step up and do his job. He was doing his job by being there at the hospital while his son was severely injured. Yeah, this wife here is just a level 99 Karen. This is a Karen that you see in the wild that has the Karen haircut that's going to the manager and saying, "Excuse me, I asked for ice. There is not enough ice in here. You see, it's filled halfway. I wanted 3/4 of the way ice. I demand my entire meal to be free." So this is a level 99 Karen, but it's okay. The husband, at least, is a bro and not an a-hole. Wait, am I the a-hole for exposing my sister's fake cancer to our parents after she refused to come clean? 34 female just found out that my sister, 31 female, who has been telling my whole family that she has cancer for the last 8 months, has been lying. First off, before we even get any started into this, anyone that fakes having cancer is automatically an a-hole. She shaved her head, said she was doing chemo, and had our parents move in to help her through treatment. I started to have doubt when, besides also staying out late relatively frequently, she would never let anyone attend appointments with her, and she clearly had way too much energy for someone going through aggressive chemotherapy. Last week, I ran into the office manager of my sister's oncologist at a coffee shop, small town. I casually mentioned my sister, and the office manager was confused. She had no idea who I was talking about. I did some digging through doctors and spoke to my sister about what I learned, and she broke down and spilled her guts. It turns out she fabricated the whole story because she was in over her head with debt and wasn't able to afford her apartment anymore. The cancer story got our parents to move in so she could stop paying her bills. What kind of person goes, "Oh no, I'm in debt," instead of asking my mom and dad for help? I know, I'll fake cancer. Surely this will help me. I was furious and told her that she had 24 hours to tell our parents the truth or I would. She asked me not to tell them because it would ruin her relationship with them. She did not tell them, so yesterday I took everything to our parents. I never understood that mindset where you tell a lie, someone catches you on your lie, and you go, "Oh wait, but I can't. I've been lying this whole time. It's best if I double down and keep lying because then they might think bad of me." It's better just to rip that band-aid off. Well, first, don't lie. Don't be a liar. That's the first step. But two, if someone catches in your lie, just admit to it. People are willing to forgive you for a mistake, even though this is a really egregious one. Not even a mistake, just downright evil. People will be more willing to forgive you for that instead of continuing the lie and pretending. Our parents are heartbroken. My sister is acting like I had no right to out her, and she didn't even say this to our parents. She was going to stage a miraculous recovery next month. No one has a miraculous recovery with cancer. You go and receive treatment, then if things look good, you enter remission. And then after so long after remission, if they don't find any more cancer, then they still keep an eye on you, but say things are looking good. After so much time has passed by, once you're in remission is when they finally do declare you cancer free. You don't just go, "Oh man, it's Tuesday. Oh man, I got the cancer. Oh, I know. Next week, oh guys, everyone, I beat it. I won. I beat the cancer." No one just wakes up the next day and goes, haha, I beat it. I gave cancer the old 1-2. And she didn't even say to our parents she was going to stage a miraculous recovery next month. She had ruined her life, and that family... she said I ruined her life, and that family should be trying to defend each other rather than expose each other. Honestly, the girl faking cancer is the absolute positive a-hole. She honestly sounds unhinged, a person that has never mentally grew up, and instead of just honestly coming to her parents and saying, hey, I need help, I'm in debt, she decided to fake cancer and mess with the entire family because she didn't want to just admit that she needed the help. This lady probably didn't even need to fake cancer because she is cancer.